Yeah, just a long day, obviously, and we didn't play very well the second game. We were sluggish at the plate, but it really all started on the mound. The very first inning, giving them 3 runs. I think we had 2 wild pitches, hit by pitch, walk, and we're down 3-0 after one. And after that, we got a little bit better. Vermillion came in and did a nice job. Gave up a couple runs, but gave us a chance to kind of slow things down a little bit. Monk was outstanding. Cops was great, and we were one big hit away from tying that game up or winning that game. And think about that ninth inning there when Opitz hit a screamer, Oppo, and third baseman's right there. And sometimes you got to be lucky. And I felt like that. We fought to the end. But the first game came out and hammered the ball all over the field. Got a pretty good pitching performance from Paulette, and scored a lot of runs, and then kind of cruised down the stretch and probably let a little momentum slip away late in the game because they kept scoring on us. And pitchers we brought in didn't do a real good job. But, for the most part, it was a really good weekend, winning 2 out of 3 on the road down here. Just disappointed that we didn't have a chance to see that last inning through.
Nate?
Yeah, Dave, with Paulette, when the hook in the 5th inning, was that an injury, or was it just lack of command, and you just felt he was spent, needed relief?
Well, that was a long time ago, and I really don't remember a whole lot. He was not very sharp at the time. That's why we pulled him. He's not hurt.
Thanks.
Bob?
Hey, Dave. Like I said, I know that last game was disappointing, but it's only the second time Arkansas has ever won a series at LSU in all these years, and first times in 17 years. Just how do you feel about the weekend overall?
Well, I thought it was a good weekend. It was a quick weekend. Having to play 2 again. Last night's game was a great game, and 0-0 going into the 7th, and we kind of got after it. And then, today, game 1, kind of jumped out there, and then I thought Robert Moore made an incredible play in center field. Ended up being a double play. Instead of being 5-2 with a couple guys on, it was 5-1, and we're in the dugout. That was a super play for us, and got a lot of big hits. Did a great job. We had 19 hits, and I don't know. I guess overall, just if we hadn't had to play that second game and end up losing by a run, I'd probably be in a little better mood. But you're still getting over the moment. It's only been 30 minutes or so, but it was a good weekend. Good for us to come down here and win the series and move on to the next one.
Connor, he hadn't pitched in like 2 months. He's obviously rusty, but what do you think of his performance, and what do you got to do to get him back to being right?
Well, he's got to be able to locate a fastball, which he didn't do today, unfortunately. And then hung a couple breaking balls. They left the yard. Slider was down and out. I mean, he just had trouble commanding the ball. And when he did throw strikes, they weren't like quality strikes, and they hammered it. And to get that fixed, it's going to be up to him. He's going to have to throw the ball with it, where he wants to.
You feel good with enough work you can get him back in a good spot?
I think he's got a long way to go.
Okay, I got a couple more. I'll turn it back over to Oliver. Thanks.
Hodge?
Yeah, Dave, Labus has pretty good numbers and was great last week, and y'all jumped on him early. What was the key to getting on him early there?
Well, I think when he made a mistake, we hit it. We didn't foul a lot of pitches off. We hit the ball in the nose and used the whole field. And I don't know. I think that we jumped him in the first, and we didn't let him up. We just kept punching runs in. We got a big 2-out hit that scored another run. I think Smith drove that in, make it 5-0. And obviously, you jump out 5-0 first game of doubleheader. It's tough. And they made a little bit of a run at us. Then we had another big inning, scored 6 or 7 runs, and got a good lead there. But I don't know, just a great job by the offense getting on him.
And I know we talked about Franklin a lot last night, but he had another big day today, 4 hits, 5 RBIs. I mean, do you feel like him putting together a few games like that might be kind of a launching point for him moving forward?
I would hope so. I mean, like I said, I don't think he's really slumped all year. I think he's had some bad luck and maybe a game or two where it didn't go so well or he struggled. But as far as an extended, you know, slump, I haven't really seen it. I just seen a guy that goes about his work every day and keeps his head down and starting to get rewarded a little bit. But it was good to see him get after it this first game and then also yesterday and got a big hit in the ninth for us tonight too.
Randy?
Dave, you scored the 17 runs in the first game. Do you think that led to part of the sluggishness tonight by your kids?
You know, a lot of times you see that when you go out and you score a bunch of runs, you don't score much the next game, whether it's the next game of a doubleheader or the next day. Just crazy the way it works sometimes. But, you know, you got to give Hilliard credit. He came out and he threw his breaking ball for a strike, threw his fastball for a strike. And, you know, we hit a couple balls hard, but really he just got us out. He had a nice lead to work with too. And I think he got comfortable out there and he gave him 5 quality innings, only 1 run, and you know, turned it over to Edwards, and he's the one who really pitched well. We didn't do much against him, and but yeah, that's basically what I saw. We scored a lot of runs first game and got a little flat the second game.
You mentioned the Opitz hit. There was a couple of other plays that you could say, "Olay." Do you sometimes have to fight that as a team, knowing that teams are making plays that if the ball is 6 inches one way, 6 inches another way, it could be a whole different game?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way it works. But you got to give credit to LSU's defense. They played great today. They outplayed us the second game. We almost beat them. And like I said, we were one big hit away from tying it or taking the lead. And yeah, you know, you just got to keep swinging. You know, guys making plays, you keep hitting it hard. That's all you can do.
Nate will come back around.
Yeah, Dave, with Lockhart, he hadn't worked in a while. Was rust involved or just a bad day?
It looked like a bad day to me. You know, he bounced the ball that hit a guy, threw one over the catcher's head, bounced another ball that came up and hit the bat. I don't know if I've ever seen that like that. And just struggling out there. And you know, didn't even get out of the first. And that was tough. That was tough to swallow for the team.
Thanks.
Bob?
Yeah, Dave, you guys have won all 7 of your SEC series. I think Oliver wrote this in the release that if you guys did that today, you know, clinch the series, you'd never won your first 7 series in the SEC. What do you think of that?
Great job by the team. I mean, it's hard to win every weekend. Doesn't matter. You've got 3 All-American pitchers. It's tough to beat a team 2 out of 3 every weekend in this league because everybody's so talented and sometimes it just doesn't go your way or you're lining out or plays aren't being made. So proud of the guys. They show up every weekend. They give you a great effort. And I've told them that many times.
And with Franklin, I think Andrew wrote this. I think that's where I read it, that he was like in a 2 for 23 slump. But you're saying he was still hitting the ball pretty hard. You think he was just having some bad luck in that stretch?
Yeah, there were probably 5 or 6 balls in there that were hit right at people that, you know, with a little luck here or there, he's got a few hits mixed in there. So, you know, like I said, it bothers him, but he doesn't show it as much as a lot of players do. And, you know, he's pretty strong-minded.
And then I think, you know, Vanderbilt's the worst you can do coming out of the weekend is tied for the overall lead. I know Mississippi State's still applying pressure, but you obviously have the tiebreaker over there. Just how do you feel about where you guys are in this tough race?
Well, you know, I don't know. I mean, we've got nine games left, 3 series. I don't know what anybody's done today. I haven't paid attention to it. I couldn't tell you who's beat who. So I'll look at that here in a minute. But you know, I like where we're at. I think we played an incredibly tough schedule because we've had to play a lot of the big boys on the road, and we've handled ourselves pretty well.
The 17 runs, that's the most Arkansas has ever scored against LSU in like, I think it's 110 games, I think. What do you think about that?
Great job. You know, again, if we were just talking about one game, I could probably go back to it a little bit better, but that was 9 innings ago. But it was a great job by the offense. It put together 2 or 3 really good innings, and then a couple innings where we scored a run here and there. Kept, putting the pressure on them when they start making a run at us.
That's good, Warren. It sounds kind of crazy when you guys are number one. Your record's so epic, but are you kind of back to square one with the game 3 starter, or kind of where do you go from here with that? With the way,
Yeah, we got to get it figured out. You can't be satisfied with where we're at now. We got to get that figured out. We talked about it after the game tonight that, we got a few days this week to get ready for our next series, and we got some things we got to iron out. And that's one of them.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
Hutch, anything else?
Yeah, Dave, even with Fontenot coming in there in the 9th, were you and the guys in the dugout confident that y'all be able to put something together and make a little rally?
Well, I think that we're always confident in that we can rally. I thought Wallace had a great first at bat. He fell behind quick, fouled off a couple of pitches, took a ball, fouled off pitch, took a ball, and hit a 96-mile-an-hour fastball right back through the middle. And you're kind of going, wow, that was great at bat. Fontenot's got a really good arm, and we got some good hitters coming up. Yeah. And Slavin's, I don't know how many pitches he saw, 10, 12 pitches, and finally got a walk. That was a really, really good at bat. And then he tried to start Franklin off with a breaking ball first pitch, and he hit it in the hole. And all of a sudden, you're going base loaded, no outs. Who wants to swing away from tying this? And then Opitz hits an absolute missile right at the guy. And if it's 5 foot higher, that goes to the wall. I mean, it's the way the game works. But yeah, we always think we can rally. We've done it all year whenever we've, in a lot of games, especially early.
And you mentioned Monk's outing earlier. What did you like from him? And also, you had gotten him hot, I think, a couple of times in the first game. Did that maybe contribute to him only throwing 32 pitches, or was it always going to be Cops in the 6th inning?
Yeah, we had gotten him up a couple of times, and we actually got him up again. I said, we got to get him in if we're going to bring him in, if we're going to do this. And, he threw 30, 35 pitches, I don't know, somewhere in there. And Kevin was ready to go. We just thought, hey, let's go with Kevin. See if we can hold him down a couple more innings. We were hoping to, score in the 7th and the 8th while Kevin was out there, and it just didn't happen. But I thought Monk and Cops were outstanding. Vermillion did okay. Just got away from us a little bit early, but we needed to score more runs in the second game.
All right, Randy, finish us off, please.
Dave, talk about the day for Robert Moore. He finished in the first game a double shy of the cycle. He made arguably maybe as good a play as Willie Mays made years ago for the Giants on that catch, and then the throw back to first base. Talk about the day for Robert Moore.
Yeah, I thought his whole weekend was good, but today was, really good day for him. He took a couple of walks today, hit the ball hard 3 or 4 times, even in the 9th inning today. I mean, he smoked that ball left center. And I don't know, I see him getting better, maturing, taking good at bats, taking his walks. And, the defensive play made in the first game, like I said, we jumped out to a 5-run lead. They got, I think, 2 on and 1 out. And that little blooper was about to drop and make it 5-2 with 2 on and 1 out. And next thing you know, we're in the dugout. And, it changed the momentum there because they were about to get back in that ball game. So he did it with his glove and his bat. Had a tremendous day.
Say hey more.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Appreciate it.
Okay, see you guys.